Shavua Tov V'Getvach. I want to share with you a story I just heard on Friday, and it relates to a friend of mine from Oklahoma, a shliach, Rabbi Yehuda Weg, and his son, Rabbi Mendy Weg, who is a shliach in Illinois, I believe at Northwestern University. Fairly recently, the younger Rabbi Weg gets a phone call from an observant and very involved Jew in the New York area. They would like to come and spend Shabbos at Northwest, at the Chabad House in Illinois, so that he and his son could attend a football game after Shabbos. And he was invited to come with Kol HaKavod. So this alumni from Northwestern, observant guy in New York, comes to Illinois to spend Shabbos, and of course, at the Shabbos table, what do you do besides Kiddush and eating good food? You play Jewish geography. So the guest asks Rabbi Mendy Weg, where are you from? And he says, I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this guest gets very quiet, very serious. And he says, you know, I spent a few minutes in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it changed my life forever, and it made me who I am today. So Rabbi Weg Jr. looks at him and says, like, what happened in Oklahoma? How long were you there? He said, just passing through. But I saw 3 words that changed my life. Of course, Rabbi Weg said, tell me what you're talking about. I'm from Tulsa. What happened in 3 seconds and 3 words that changed your life? He said, I come from a very observant family, but there was one holiday we always celebrated, and it was my favorite day of the year. It was the Pesach Seder. We would all get together. It was a grand time. But when I was attending Northwestern, I was a member of the rowing team. And we had an important meet, and I was kind of horrified to discover that the day of this important match of the rowing team would be on the morning after the Seder in Texas. No way I could attend my family's Seder. And I had to struggle with the decision, what should I do? Should I give up on the sport for that year, let down my teammates, and go to the Seder, or should I go to the meet? And there are lots of decisions to make. Bottom line is I decided I'm going to the meet, I'm going to Texas. And I went, and I competed, and it was on my heart very much so that I had not participated in the first Seder of my life. The first Seder I did not participate. Anyways, we're back on the team bus, driving back to Illinois, and as we're rolling through Tulsa, somewhere near the airport on the highway, I see a big billboard. This is 1990. And the billboard says, don't pass over Passover. And I thought that God is talking to me. Here I just passed over Passover, and God is saying, don't do it again. And I made a decision, I will never pass over Passover again. And that was the beginning of my path towards becoming more observant and more religious, etc., etc. And that made me who I am today. As soon as Shabbos is over, Rabbi Weg Jr. from Illinois calls his father in Tulsa and says, you won't believe what my guest told me. He was driving by and he saw a sign, don't pass over Passover. This happened in 1990, and it changed his life. Rabbi Weg was stunned into silence. And he said, you know, in 1990, some very, very amazing young men in Crown Heights arranged to get almost free advertising in very, very choice sites all across America. The only thing was that the local shliach would have to pay for the actual putting up of the sign, not to rent the place, the space, but just to pay the costs of putting up the canvas or the paper, whatever it is. So I got a call, and they said, for $400, you can get a really good location and put up a really cool sign. In 1990, 4 or 5 years into my being in Tulsa, that was a lot of money. And I struggled, is it worth it, not worth it? I decided to take a drive down to where the sign was going to be, the location. And I go there and I see it's a big Coca-Cola advertisement. I said to myself, the Coca-Cola thinks this is a good spot. it's probably a good spot. And I found the money and I agreed to put up the ad, and I have it on my phone. Don't pass over Passover. And I thought for a long time after that Pesach, was it really money well spent? I didn't have the money, and I put up the sign anyways, and now 30 years later you're telling me someone saw the sign, and that helped convince them, don't pass over Passover, and just turn the life around. That is amazing. So, no speeches, let's not underestimate the power of a single deed. You may never know who it touched and how it touched them and how it transformed their lives. Have a great week. Tigers.